am Sandy Carmelini, and I love yoga, first of all. And I also, I'm pretty active. I love hiking, and I dance hula, and I like to cook vegetarian food. I have two cats that I really love to spend time with. I love my family. That probably should have came first, but I love my family. I'm a mom and a grandma and wife, and I also love to travel. I'm really into essential oils, and I also like a lot of water activities. So we have a boat. I like to, back in the day I used to water ski, but now I do a lot of stand-up paddleboarding and do yoga on the stand-up paddleboard. So I really like to be by the water. And I've been teaching yoga for over 20 years, for a really long time. I actually left my corporate, really great corporate job about 16 years ago and decided to become a full-time yoga teacher. I had my own studio for 11 years. I closed that down, brick and mortar studio, about 2 years ago. And I'm also a craniosacral therapist. I've been doing that, oh my gosh, I think for about 6 years, probably 6 or 7 years. And sadly, I've had to shut that down since March of 2020 because of COVID. So I'm really missing doing that. I'm a Reiki practitioner, and I really love working with Adeline Yoga. I'm really appreciative to be an employee there. I love working with the students and being connected to all of the very talented teachers there. And I also really like working with Heather Haxel Phillips. She's a great businesswoman and a great mentor and a great leader.
Hi, my name is Deborah Salaby, and I have been a student of Iyengar Yoga for many, many years. I started discovering Iyengar Yoga in the mid to late 70s and found myself all of a sudden in San Francisco as a young woman, enrolled in the Iyengar Yoga Institute for Teacher Education, which I completed, and that was around 1982. And have been teaching in different modalities ever since in the Bay Area.
My name is Leah Greenberg Flax, and I've been doing yoga since I was 19. I started yoga because of some low back pain, which basically led me to walking with a cane. And I had a friend who suggested I contact an orthopedic surgeon who used Iyengar Yoga. And I liked the sounds of that. And then I started taking Iyengar Yoga classes, and within a year, the pain actually went away. I stopped doing yoga and the pain returned. So I realized then that this was going to be a lifelong process. And it started off just to reduce the pain, but I have found that I really find freedom in practicing yoga. I enjoy it, and so it's been a wonderful journey.
So my name is Sachiko Willis. I'm a yoga teacher at the Adeline Yoga Studio. I've been practicing Iyengar Yoga since 2001. And I came to Adeline Yoga about 2 years ago. Wow, 2 years ago, 2018. And I am very much interested in therapeutic application of yoga. So my, I shouldn't say specialty so much, but my sort of expertise is in the lower back, hip area, because I have that same issue. I was born with the dislocated hips. So I have all kinds of back issues, hip issues. So Iyengar Yoga was the only thing that really worked. So my motivation to become a yoga teacher, the biggest one was that I got so much knowledge from my teachers to deal with the pain and pain through yoga, and I wanted to share that with the other people.
It is for a lot of people. It's for people that need some therapeutic aspects. Maybe they have an injury or an illness, or they have something going on. that they just really want to work on pre-post surgery. It's also for somebody who wants to work on a specific pose or categories of poses that maybe you don't get a lot of time to do in a public class, but you really want to focus on that. So, you know, the private sessions are really, they're tailored to you. It's what you want to do as the student. They're also, you know, great for people that they want to be able to practice at a certain time or day that isn't offered on the regular public schedule. So maybe it's, I don't know, some weird time during, not weird time, but you know, a non-prime time during the day or early morning or in the evening or whatever. And it is also for people who want to work with a certain teacher. You know, certain teachers, we all have different things that we bring to the table. So maybe you really like anatomy or kinesiology, or you really like the personality of that teacher, or you like the way they sequence. There's something about the way they sequence and the manner in which they teach. So it's for somebody, when you really resonate with somebody like that, it's private sessions are great for that. And it's also for people that want privacy. You know, even though we're doing a lot, this is Zoom, and we're doing all our public classes right now on Zoom. Still, people just want privacy. They don't want to be seen by everybody else, or they maybe don't want, even though it's virtual, don't want to be in a virtual classroom or with everybody else. So it's for people that really want more privacy, and also even, you know, you want to be able to practice in your own home with your family or with your friends, kind of like a party, like a yoga party or your own private yoga session.
So if you were to get a private class, I mean, I think the private classes are great for a lot of reasons. You can be new to yoga and just want some direct instruction on foundations and how to work in the postures. You might have some actual physical issues that you need help with getting past in a safe way. Also, you may just have some deep interest in creating home practice or understanding how to create a sequence for yourself at home, or possibly maybe you want to deepen your interest in inversions or how to go upside down safely. There's many, many reasons to do a private, but the main thing is you have one-on-one attention with the teacher who is going to listen to your needs and develop a practice for you that is tailor-made. So in that way, you're getting lots of attention, individual attention, where you may not necessarily get that in a large class. A large class is wonderful, you learn a lot, but sometimes we want to ask some questions, specific questions to understand more intimately and more deeply just what we're doing in the class and in the poses.
Private classes are for anybody that's drawn to it. It could be very good to have a teacher assess your individual abilities and needs. In a class setting, it's hard to get the individual needs met. You know, we're taught to teach to a whole class that has varied needs, varied levels. In a private session, the teacher will observe you and where you're at and what your individual needs and goals are and tailor the class specifically for you. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is that you have a relationship, you know, a direct relationship with someone who's been trained and with years of experience and training, so they can kind of help you progress further than you can in an individual class.
So basically the private lessons are for anybody who's interested in working with teachers one-on-one. And it's particularly good for people who have injuries and are not ready to go into public classes, especially on the online format where the teacher is not physically there. So some people might be really nervous about their shoulder injuries, hip injuries, and so on and so forth. So that I could give undivided attention and then give modifications in how to have a good relationship with your pain and injuries. So it would be like a launching pad, or I give you a toolbox of things to work with what you have.